Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I have my second perfume diaries of the month, and in these videos, I update you guys on my monthly perfume tray. So I'm going to be updating you guys on the fragrances that I have been wearing for the second half of the month, letting you guys know if I have any declutters, and just updating you guys on one of my hobbies and my fragrances. So if you are interested to know the fragrances that I wore for the month of February, just keep on watching. All right guys, so let's jump right in. So I do have a few fragrances that I want to update you guys on today. So for this update, I don't have any declutter, so we're gonna jump right into the fragrances that I wore. And there were some that I didn't get to wear too much, but we will get into that in a second. All right, so this first fragrance is a favorite for me. She has been tucked away because I usually bring her out more for springtime. All I think about is feminine, girly vibes, but to the next level, a little more grown. So it's girly. It's those types of fragrances that I've been loving lately where they remind me of like shampoo-y scents and girly scents and flirty, but this is a little more. It's a little extra oomph to it. It feels a little more elevated, and it is a niche fragrance. And you guys know I'm very picky with the niche fragrances that I call favorites or the ones that I enjoy. But this one, from the minute that I smelled this perfume, it was a love at first sniff, and it just keeps getting better and better. This is a fragrance that when I do run out of, I see myself repurchasing. So that says a lot. And this is Parfums de Marly Delina La Rosée. This is the most beautiful, delicate, classy, yet fun. She has like a fun side to her, but she could still be classy. She's pretty. It's like the girl next door, but she has fun at the same time. And this perfume is so gorgeous, especially for spring and summer. But you can wear this one all year long. The reason why I like to bring it out in spring and summer is because the La Rosée version of Delina is my favorite. I don't really enjoy the original Delina or the exclusive. They don't smell bad and they're not the worst, but since they have incense and they have more like spicy notes in them, I don't really enjoy them as much as I do Delina La Rosée. So this one is more of like a fresh, almost aquatic take on Delina, and it's just so easy to pick up and put on. So it's a fragrance that you can pretty much wear whenever you want. What sticks out to me the most about this perfume is how you have that delicate, soft rose, pink rose petals, rose water type of scent, very soft. It's not vintage, it's not too mature, none of that. While it still has a sophistication, so it's not juvenile, it's not childish, but it's not too mature, it's not too of a dry red rose. That's how I pick up red rose sometimes. It's pretty dry to me and it just isn't a rose that I enjoy. But in this one, it's that soft pink delicate rose, and then along with that they added fresh aquatic juicy notes that just makes it very refreshing at the same time. This fragrance has lychee, which sometimes I can be a little just not a fan of lychee because it can smell a little bit too tart for me, but in this fragrance it's perfection. It gives a little bit of that tart fruity vibe, but it doesn't override the rest of the fragrance. There's also peony, which is one of my favorite florals, and then in the base you have a delicate musk. It's not too much and it's not too sharp. Everything feels really nice and well blended in this perfume. I think I added this one to one of my top fragrances video, the latest one that I did. This was not in there, but it can so easily be a top 10 for me. It's one of my favorite perfumes in my collection. So another one that I was reaching for a lot, and this fragrance on me lasts forever and ever. If I put it on at night and I wake up in the morning, I can still smell it. If I wear it throughout the day, it lasts the entire day on me. The performance on me is amazing. And this is another one of those that kind of gives like shampoo vibes, but it's a little bit more sexy at the same time. So it's not shampoo vibes like super duper girly, young and fresh. It has that element to it, but it also has like date night sexy, all of that in one. And this is Giorgio Armani Si Passione Eclat. So I love the Si Passione line. I just so happen to be working my way through this one right now, but I love the original Si Passione. I've had Si Passione Intense. They're all beautiful. So this is the one that I am currently using. I love this bottle, by the way. This is like one of my favorite bottles in my collection. It's so beautiful. This fragrance is so beautiful. Oh my God, I love this one so much. So this fragrance is like shampoo vibes. It's musky, it's sexy, it's definitely fruity. And the rose in here is such a beautiful rose. This one definitely feels a little more rose than the Delina La Rose. The rose in here is mixed with that black currant, and black currant also gives like shampoo vibes, so that's where I'm getting the shampoo vibes in this fragrance. There's also bergamot, which is one of my favorite notes to mix into the opening of a perfume because it makes it very sparkling and fresh and just like a beautiful opening. I love bergamot in fragrances. And then in the base they added vanilla and musk, so it is a musky scent. I will say I don't pick up on vanilla like that. If I was to smell this without knowing that there was vanilla in here, I wouldn't tell you that I pick up vanilla, but I'm sure that it softens up the musk a little bit because it's not a super sharp musk. It doesn't bother me. These were the types of fragrances that I used to love smelling every time I used to go into Sephora. It just takes me back to that. Put together, that's what I like to reach Si Passione Eclat for. This next one I didn't pick up in so long, and when I wore this one this month, fell in love all over again. So I feel like those fragrances that I label my favorites, you guys know that it takes me a lot to pick favorites. So when a fragrance makes it to my all-time favorite, they usually stay there unless something like drastic changes in my nose or something. But this one I have liked for a lot of years. I've been recommending it for many years, and this is MAC Creme D'nude. So this fragrance right here, I will show it with like a warning label to it, because this one, I will say, out of all the fragrances that I recommend, this is one that's very polarizing. I will get someone in the comments telling me that they absolutely love this perfume, and then I will get someone else telling me that they absolutely hated it. So I do have to give that warning just in case. But this fragrance, I mean, the dent says it all. It is one of the fragrances that I just reach for a lot in winter time, in fall time. This to me is along the lines of Bath and Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar, Philosophy Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. We also have like the more sweet Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth. I kind of group all of those in one category. This fits in that category, but this one's a little bit more complex. This one has a little bit more going on. This is a musky perfume there, but it has these notes that kind of play like hide and seek with you, and it ends up being like this warm, sweet, inviting, cozy scent. That's the best way that I can describe this. So this has neroli in the opening, and I'm very picky with neroli. Neroli is a note that I don't enjoy most of the time. There's very few perfumes that have neroli that I can say I like, and little by little I just noticed that I decluttered a lot of fragrances that have neroli, but I don't pick up neroli like that in here. And I feel like even if I think I pick it up, the other notes are doing a really good job at kind of like keeping the neroli from being too loud or too sharp. So this has suede. This fragrance is very interesting. It has different types of notes for me. These notes that are in this fragrance are notes that I usually don't go for. So there is suede, the neroli, but then there's also notes that I love. There's ambrette, which is one of my favorite type of musk in a fragrance. There's also caramel in here. There's vanilla, and more musk in the mid. Love to wear this to bed. I love to wear it on a cold winter day. It's a very cozy scent. It's warm, and it sticks to my skin like no other. Like when I wear this to bed and I wake up in the morning, I smell it as if I just sprayed the perfume on. The performance is amazing. So I really love this one. This is another one that has a pretty good dent going on, and I just can't get enough of this one. Once I finish this bottle, I'm not sure if I will purchase it right away, because I do have all those other fragrances that I mentioned that I kind of would like to go through, because they all kind of remind me of each other in a way. Even though they have little differences, they are very similar, and I'm trying to not have too much of the same thing in my collection. But this is one that I love, but I will say I don't think this is blind buy friendly. I feel like it is like, if you do blind buy it, you're taking like a 50-50 chance. Just letting you guys know what I've heard of this one over the years and my experience with it. But beautiful. Performance is amazing. It's not too expensive. It's more on the affordable side. And It's a beautiful one. This next fragrance has also been a favorite for years and years, and I have been talking about this one since I first started my channel. This has been in my collection since before I even started talking about fragrance on my YouTube channel. So this is Givenchy's Hot Couture. This is the EDT version. You can no longer get it in this packaging, but they did repackage it, and it's a beautiful bottle. I still have to purchase that one. I want to get it so that I can do like a comparison for you guys to see if they really did keep the same scent or if it was reformulated. This right here is a very unique perfume. This is another one that could be polarizing as well. It's one that some people think is so sexy, so stunning, which I'm in that group. And then there's people who absolutely hate it. They say that it smells like cigarette smoke or it smells too smoky. Now, I will say that there is a smokiness to this perfume for sure. And this has always been described on YouTube. I even described it this way, but just picture a girl that has like her hair pulled back. She's wearing like red lipstick, cat eye, wing liner, and she's just having a fun time at the bar with a leather jacket on, and she's wearing like the most girly raspberry perfume. Like, it's very girly, it's shampooy, but then there's a little bit of smoke in the air from the bar, and all of that is kind of like mixing together. That is Hot Couture. She's daring, she's bold. To me, she's that girl that likes to be sexy, and she's very girly, but she can do things on her own, and she's independent, and she's just bold. She's there. You can't miss her. That's what Hot Couture is. So if you don't like that smokiness to it, you might not like that fragrance, but I love it. I love the combination and the performance of this perfume. I feel like they don't make them like this no more. This is another one that if I was to spray this in the morning and I was just to go and have my regular day, do everything that I had to do, I am certain that when I get back home, I'm still gonna have my perfume on. I'm still gonna be able to smell it on myself. And that's what I love about this one. I am using it really slowly. Like, there is a dent in here, but every time I wear it, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be without this one day, because I feel like the one that's in the new bottle is most likely a reformulation. I have to do more research, but I'm almost certain that they probably messed with it somehow. This is just so unique. If you like unique fragrances, if you're tired of the same thing, if you're tired of going to the Sephora or the department store and every perfume kind of smells the same to you, this is so different. This next one, it breaks my heart to tell you guys what's going on with this one. I'm going to go ahead and kind of guess what's going on. A lot of you guys have left this in the comments. I've read it. I have gone through it. I know that this is 1000% a thing, because I know that certain people are probably like, what the heck does a woman's cycle have to do with anything? What does hormones have to do with anything? But it affects the way we smell things. And that's why we can smell things so differently. Like, I can give you a perfume that I love, and to you it might be the nastiest thing that you've smelled. With that said, I have mentioned a few times that I have been getting on birth control on and off because I'm trying to find something to help me with my horrible time of the month, and I struggle a lot with that. It's getting worse and worse as I get older, and the doctor tried to put me on birth control to help with cysts and other things, and I feel like it's helping me in those things, but then it's just driving me crazy in other things. My sense of smell right now is like my nose when I was pregnant with my girls, and in a way it's cool because I could pick up notes. Like, I have like bionic sense of smell right now. I can smell things from like so far away. But then on the other hand, it's kind of affecting the way that I'm smelling my fragrances. Like, some of my favorite fragrances are smelling just so different right now. So with a broken heart, it's not leaving my collection. I'm not decluttering it, but with a broken heart, I will say this is the first time that I didn't enjoy Girl of Now. And if you've been following my channel, this is one of my top. This is one of those perfumes that I fell head over heels in love with the minute I smelled this. This is in one of the first hauls I ever did on my channel, and I remember just falling in love with it. This month, it smells so different. I don't know if it's because maybe I've had my bottle for so many years. As you can see, like, the liquid is super dark. You see, today is smelling really nice. I'm picking up a little bit more of the almond and the pistachio, but the other day I wore this perfume. I wanted to go to the bathroom or to the shower and scrub it off. And that's never happened to me with Girl of Now. So I'm thinking it has to do with the whole hormonal situation. To me, right now, when I wear this one, it's kind of smelling like La Vie Belle. Like I'm picking up the patchouli, I'm picking up those notes that make it not so special. I really like to pick up the pistachio, the almond, the orange blossom in here. It is like this thick, dense, super sweet scent. This could be like toothache sweet to some people or to many people. But I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna spray it on my skin today to see if it's smelling the same. It's smelling all right today. It's still not smelling the way that I always like remember it smelling. It's not making me like, roll my eyes to the back of my head and fall in love at every single time that I smell it. I'm not getting that right now. This is one of my all-time favorite fragrances, and the performance on this on me is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It will last, like, if I didn't shower, I would probably smell like this for like 2-3 days. That's how much this sticks to my skin. That's how strong it is. That's how beautiful it is. It's not leaving my collection. I have told you guys that it's very easy for me to declutter, but there's certain ones that I'm just like, no, tú no te vas. Tú no te vas. We're gonna make it work. Maybe we're just taking a break right now. You know what? Today's smelling pretty good. So maybe I was just having an off day that day. But yeah, at least top girl of now, if you are a pistachio girl, which pistachio is a note that I feel like they love to mix with like cardamom or spices, and it just ruins it for me. I like to keep my pistachio like ice cream, sweet, a little nutty. Like that's how I like to smell it. It's creamy, smooth. So this is how I smell girl of now. I don't know what the heck has been going on lately, but we're just gonna pretend like it's not happening. We're gonna put her right back in her spot in my collection, and we're just gonna move on and come back to it and hopefully fall in love again. One of my favorites. I'm not gonna talk bad about her because it's just me. I'm the problem. It's not you, it's me. By the way, I usually don't respond to negative comments. I've always said that, but the internet is such a weird place. Such a weird place. I had someone comment the other day when I uploaded my latest declutter. Someone wanted to see my perfume collection because I have not done a perfume collection in a while. And someone replies underneath and they're like,
She doesn't keep anything. She just buys perfumes to review them and then she gets rid of them.
people are weird. I'm telling you, people are weird. That's why I only respond to those of you who just give me love. You guys understand me. You're not looking for all of these things to pick at. If I didn't keep any perfumes, I wouldn't have all that back there. And there's more shelves going up. If you're a person who regularly watches my channel, you know that there's fragrances, for example, right here, right here, right here. These are fragrances that I don't shut up about. And it's been years that I've been talking about them. So yes, I review perfumes. Yes, I purchase a lot of perfumes. Something that if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would not do. I would not be purchasing 5 perfumes in a week if I didn't have a YouTube channel. I just want to remind people about that. You don't have to buy that many perfumes. You don't have to buy everything that comes out. I'm reviewing them for you. So of course I'm going to be purchasing fragrances. And if I was to keep every single perfume that I have reviewed, I would probably have like 3,000 perfumes in my collection. And I don't want that. I don't want that. That's just not realistic to me. So I don't want you guys to think that I just buy perfumes to review them. Yes, it's part of my job, definitely. But along the way, I enjoy this. I'm trying to find fragrances that I fall in love with. I want fragrances to stay in my collection. Just had to get that off my chest. And I know that all of you guys are gonna understand. I don't need to do that. But sometimes, like, some people just, what the heck? Anyway, let's talk about the ones that I didn't get a chance to wear. And the reason why I didn't get a chance to pick these up is because we've been getting snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm. When I tell you I learned what seasonal depression is, if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for my YouTube channel, I would be going insane because I have not been able to leave the house a lot. Like every time that we're getting used to a routine, I'm going back to the gym, we're getting everything set, more snow, school's canceled, Work is canceled. Everyone's at home. It's just crazy. So these fragrances, I was looking forward to wearing them like when I went out, if I went out to eat, which is usually what I do with my family. On a Friday, we'll drive to the city here, which is an hour away, which sucks. But we'll go have dinner, we'll go watch a movie, we'll go shopping. So that's when I pull these types of perfumes out. And I didn't really get a chance to do that this month. It is my daughter's birthday tomorrow. She's turning 14. She's so big. And we are going to be doing a few things this weekend. So I still have a chance to put these on. Right now, to do the update, I have not. But I still love these. And I'm going to talk about them really quick. So the first one is one that is discontinued. I don't think you could get this one. But every time I talk about it, I do have it on Fragrance Nut. So I'll link it in the description box. This is Lancome La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. This perfume right here is of such a unique perfume. It's even hard for me to describe what I smell in this perfume. Ever since I got this perfume, it's always kind of been like, no sé, no sé. I just know that it smells good, but I don't know. It's sexy. This is, to me, the definition of sexy. It's mysterious. It's dark. It's something that you would wear like on date night for mommy and daddy. It's nutty. For sure, there is something in here that when it dries down, it gets nutty, and that's where I really start loving it. It's smooth. It's sexy. It's dark. Ooh, this is so good. For sure, it's a vanilla, but it's a very different vanilla from the way that vanillas are being done lately. This is such a deep vanilla, and there's spices in here. So this opens up with red currant, there's pink pepper, pear, bergamot. To be honest, when I spray it, I don't really think of pear. I don't think of bergamot. Usually bergamot, I love bergamot in fragrances. Usually it gives it like a more brighter opening. I feel like I've had it for so long in my collection that it just literally like skips into the base, which is tonka bean, benzoin, nutmeg, vanilla, patchouli. And this perfume has so many florals that I usually don't go for. Only floral that I love in here is peony. And I can't even tell you that I pick up the florals either. It's such a unique fragrance. And I will say, if I was to choose from these notes that I'm looking at, what I pick up the most, I will say the nutmeg, the benzoin, the tonka bean, the patchouli, the vanilla. Those are the notes that really make up this fragrance for me, with the nutmeg being pretty prominent because that's what I pick up, is that nuttiness, spicy, warm scent. This perfume, I remember one time my husband was on a work trip. He travels in the army, so sometimes he has to leave home for some time, and I went to go pick him up from the airport, and I put this perfume on. We hadn't seen each other for like 2-3 weeks, so I was so excited, and I took a shower, I put this on, I went to go pick him up. When I tell you, without going into too many details, that he went crazy. He went so crazy over it. He was just like, you smell so good. So that's the memory that I have. This fragrance is a little hot and steamy. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So these two I love just as much, and I didn't get to put them on. Now I gotta decide which one I'm gonna wear tomorrow, because I'm gonna wear one of these tomorrow to go out. So next up, we have another one that's super duper unique. I've been talking about this one for some time now. My husband gave it to me for Mother's Day, maybe like 3 years ago, and it's one that I don't reach for a lot. I don't wear it a lot, but I don't see myself getting rid of it because it's such a unique perfume. And I always tell you guys that it always shocks me. The day that I went to go check the notes for this fragrance, I couldn't believe it because I love it so much. And the notes in this perfume, I don't understand how I like it. There's rose, pink pepper, and patchouli. But this is Twilly de Hermes, and this is Eau Poivrée. And first of all, the bottle is the most cute little bottle ever. It's adorable. I don't really like the original Twilly de Hermes because it's a little too gingery for me. I do want to give it another try. I think I have a sample somewhere. I want to, one of these days, film another sample perfumes with me. I want to dig up some samples that I have put away and see if I find anything that I like, and just go back to just sampling and seeing like what works for me, something that I get excited about. We can do that together. This fragrance right here, like I said, pink pepper, rose, patchouli. Very kind of like straightforward with the notes, and it's literally like a soft, spicy, warm rose, but those notes aren't too obvious. It's not a rose that bothers me. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I always kind of describe this fragrance, in my opinion, is very powerful. She is powerful. She can do whatever she sets her mind to. She's strong. And it also smells like money, like luxurious, classy. Some people have described this as like a grandma perfume, and I don't see it that way. I really don't. I don't think we should see any perfume as a grandma perfume because it's just, there could be a grandma that smells hot as heck right now. So this is so good, you guys. It's like sophisticated. That is the only word that I can say about this. If you want a fragrance that you can put on, maybe you work somewhere where you, in the corporate world, or you're having, you're gonna have a meeting, or where you work, you're always like dressed really nicely with like suits and stuff. This, you have to check this out because it goes so good with that. This is not something that you put on like what I'm wearing today. It's not for this. Like, this is not sporty. It's not casual. It is classy. It's feminine. It's independent, strong. And again, performance, nothing can beat this. A lot of really good heavy hitters in here, my type of heavy hitters, and like really good performers in this video. This right here, hours, hours and hours and hours. It lasts so long. This is one also that I recommend. I mean, I never really tell you guys to go out and blind buy things, but if you like blind buying, this is one that I would tell you, go to Sephora, try it on, put it on your skin. You're gonna see how crazy long lasting this is. It's such good quality. So that is Twilly the Hermes Eau Poivre. I can't, it's so hard to say that name. And last but not least, I am so sorry that I talked your ears off today. I'm in like a very chatty mood. I'm filming at a totally different time. It is 9:30 at night right now. I usually film early in the morning, but today I had to sit down at this time. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, so I want to be like done with everything. So I wanted to get this done right now. And yeah, I just wanted to have a little girl time with you guys. And the more that I read my comments lately, the more I am just very attached to you guys. I love spending time with you guys. So the last fragrance I'm going to talk about is one that left my collection and I had to bring it right back. So the last fragrance in February's perfume tray update is Jimmy Choo Fever. And this is the little bottle of it. When I repurchased it, I got the 1 ounce, I think this is 1 ounce. 1.3 fluid ounce. I wanted to bring it back because I remember I gave this one to my mom. And then when I went to go visit her and I smelled it on her, I was just like, wow, why did I get rid of that? So I brought it back and I have not been able to enjoy it the way that I want to. So I think I'm gonna wear this one tomorrow. This is another one that has a mix of notes that I never go for and a mix of my all-time favorite notes, and it just creates a sexy, like warm, spicy, perfect for fall and winter fragrance. This one has plum, which I am not a fan of plum ever, ever, ever. It kind of smells like dusty on me. Super weird. I never get like a fruity vibe from plum at all. And this perfume also has hazelnut, it has benzoin, it has coffee, there's vanilla orchid, there's heliotrope, tonka bean, vanilla. There's even grapefruit in here. So when it opens up, there is kind of like this fruitiness. It's not fruitiness in like shampoo type of fruitiness because there's also that plum, there's also coffee and hazelnut, which are giving it like a nutty vibe to it. Ooh, this is so good, you guys. It's so good. This is like, it's so hard for me to describe this one. Oh my god, I'm picking so much of that coffee up. I'm telling you, perfume smells so different to me lately. This smells really good though in this new nose that I have. Ooh, that coffee's coming through. Okay, so the coffee's coming through in a very soft way. It's not like those coffee fragrances where all you smell is coffee. You definitely pick up the coffee, but it's like in the base. It's soft. It's kind of like a grounded, I wouldn't say earthy, but it kind of makes me feel like it grounds the fragrance. It's warm and spicy and it's cozy, but it's sexy at the same time. It's perfect for date night. Again, super long lasting. And this is one of the more perfumey fragrances in my collection. I usually tend to go for second skin, musky scents, sweet perfumes. I don't really go towards that typical like perfumey scent. This definitely has those perfumey vibes, kind of like department store, like when you walk into Dillard's or Macy's. But this one definitely has this warmth to it. It's literally like a hug. Like, it's so warm and smooth and refined. I feel like it's very nicely blended, and the coffee and the vanilla are just mixing with each other, and they're literally like just So good. I'm gonna wear this one tomorrow. I didn't get to wear it as much as I wanted to this month, but we're gonna wear this one tomorrow. So good. I'm so happy with the ones that I have like on this update. They're all amazing. So if you did see the tray, I did kind of split it up into like sweet, flirty, girly vibes. And then this update in the tray is like the heavy hitters, the sexy ones, the date night ones. So they're beautiful. I recommend all of these. Thank you so much for watching this update. This is definitely gonna be a long one. So thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you so much for always being here for me and being so sweet with me. I appreciate you guys. So with that said, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And with that said, I will see you guys next time. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la la.